to other states also with the support of the institutes uh, through Central Council for Research in Siddha. And this system has been considered to be developed by the Siddhas, the spiritual scientists who explored and explained the reality of nature and its relationship with the human body. So the basic concepts includes 96 tattvangal, that is the philosophical concepts, where it includes all your tridosha and taste, the arusuvai, we call it as arusuvai. So these, apart from other philosophical concepts, we have collectively we have a terminology, that 96 tattvangal. So as far as medicine is concerned, we have the concept of the Natpucharak and Pagacharak, that is being dealt in the detail. So these four pillars, this has been referred in classical texts also, and this has been accepted in the global terminologies, where the Siddha practitioner is expected to have the knowledge on the basic concepts, that is Vadam, Vaidyam, Yogam, and Tattvam. The Vadam is regarding, it is equivalent, it can be compared to the alchemical and other processes. And Vaidyam is the medicinal part, and Yogam is regarding the spiritual concepts of yoga and its related uh, positions. In Siddha, the medicine or dosage forms, whatever it may be, we are dealing under the topic of Gunapadam, where Siddha system of medicine deals with many internal and external dosage forms and therapies. So this specialization, what we usually have in our idea in a common public mentality, is the Siddhas are experts in iatochemistry, that is Vadam. So apart from that, they have mentioned many formulations there that has been documented in classical texts. According to the Siddha system, the main concept is whatever exists in the universe that exists in the body, and vice versa. Andathil ullade pindam and pindathil ullade andam. So whatever the impact in your environment or universe, whatever it happens, it impacts on your body also. So this, similar to other traditional systems of medicine, includes all plant origin drugs, metal mineral origin drugs, and also animal origin drugs. So comparatively, when we talk about plant origin drugs, usually traditional medicine focuses on plant origin drugs prominently, and especially in Siddha, we have advanced, accurate medicinal formulations where we use metallic and mineral combinations. So actually, in even in Tamil Nadu, even today, public have the mentality that Siddha is only using metals and minerals. So that is not the way, where we have all the formulations having starting from a single plant origin drug to a compound formulation, and including exclusively metal minerals, pashanas, everything is there, including animal origin drugs also. So when the treatment aspect comes, the first thing we say is in Siddha, there is a basic common language we use it actually. Verbaru, Tadaibaru, Minjanakkal, Mella Mella Parpum, Chenduram Par. This Verbaru, Tadaibaru is talking about the plant origin drugs, where for any disease or any condition, the first line of treatment will be, the preference will be given for plant origin drugs. So if it is not cured, or if it is not giving any effect on the disease condition, then we go for the higher order drugs or metallic preparations. So as you all know, the traditional medicines have the many dosage forms, where different methods of preparation also addressed. In Siddha also we have different forms and different preparation methods. So this again, it is mentioning about the main thing is we have the metal minerals, whatever I was talking about. We have one classical text where Karasara Turai. It is supposed to be written by Siddha Bogar. So it deals about 220 metal mineral origin drugs, and this classification you can see in the third paragraph of this slide, where it mentions about metals, ulohangal, karasaram, that is acidic and alkaline salts, and navamanigal, that is talking about precious gems and stones, and the pashan has the arsenic compounds, and ubarasam the bioorganic and inorganic substances. And talking about the dosage forms, we have internal medicines. We have 32 types mentioned in our classical text, and apart from that, we have 32 types of external medicines or therapies. So, just I will go through what are all the medicinal dosage forms mentioned in Siddha, that may be giving you some idea about the dosage forms used commonly and also as per the text. So the first one I just to begin with is a surasam. That is a simple extract of any medicinal plant, and it is given as an instant medicine to in any condition. And this is almost taken immediately, and a little bit it is boiled with a small quantity, and it is consumed. The charu is the extract, actual extract of the medicinal plant, and the kudineer is a decoction of the plant origin drugs. So we have different types of kudineer also based on the process and also on the way of administration. So the next one is regarding karkam. Karkam is only the herbal medicinal plant made into a paste and administered for any disease condition as a fresh. And then comes the which is not a common dosage form, but it is in practice with some local practitioners, and there's a utkali adai. These are all prepared with plant origin drugs only. And the churnam is a common dosage form where you can have a common idea that churnam is a fine powder, and it is mostly in all the traditional medicine it is there. And this same thing after the churnam is being steamed, it is called as pit. And we have the chewing lozenges type of thing as vadakam, we call it as vadakam. And vennai, that is one almost like a butter like consistency formulation. We have both the internal and also external the type of dosage forms in that. And manapagu is the syrupy consistency dosage form where, yes, previous one, yes.
Under churnam, you have mentioned fine powder of dried drugs.
Yes.
Drugs in allopathic system of medicine is the pure compounds actually, basically.
I'm not talking about
So
allopathic
in
medicine.
either
I suppose.
actually I am saying that dried drug, it will be not better to
No, I'm talking
mention
about
the
only dried raw drug,
herbal or
herbal drug.
drugs
Herbal drug.
instead of drugs. But if it is drug, it will be in confusion. No, we will
Okay.
consider any drugs.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. सर medicated जो आपने लिखा हुआ है butter in last previous slide, medicated butter, it is an infusion of herbs in butter.
Sir, that is actually, see, commonly to understand I am writing this butter, medicated butter like so that is actually butter like consistency, not actual butter.
Infusion
So
of
say for
herbs.
example we have one formulation Kungulia Vennai, that is taken from the Shoria robusta, that is processed to obtain a butter like structure, butter like consistency, not actual butter.
Yes, मैंने इसीलिए पूछा था ये.
नहीं, ग्रिथ नहीं है सर, ये बटर भी नहीं है, ग्रिथ भी नहीं है. हाँ सर, ये एक्चुअली है ना, शोरिया रोबस्टा जो है, आपको पता होगा, जो क्या बोलते हो आप, साल, हाँ, उसको जो प्रोसेस करके आप निकालते हैं ना, जो उसको बॉयल, जो गर्म पानी में डालते हैं, तो फिर उसको चर्न करते हैं, जो तो उसमें वो बटर लाइक कंसिस्टेंसी निकलता है उसमें से। हाँ, मोस्टली मोस्टली, जी जी जी। So this nomenclature is given for many drugs. Say for example, even if it is for a external dosage form, it is there, where even the butter may be used, actual butter. So that is also there. And this talking about nehi is that is typically gritha, but used in Ayurveda, that is a medicated ghee. And rasayanam is one specific we use in Siddha, that is a semi-solid form of almost avleha type of thing, but it is a little bit different procedure, is different from that of avleha, and the ingredients may also vary. Ilagam is the ilagam, or colloquially it is a legium in Tamil. We call it as it is coming under the electro-region, it is a avleha type of thing. And ennai or nei, that is a thailam, ennai, nei. These are all the common dosage forms or nomenclatures we use in Siddha. That is for a medicated oil. And matrai is for pills, which can be considered as a hand rolled pills or even punched pills today. And kadugu is the filtrate of any gritha or oil preparation. That is also administered in some cases. And pakuam is the one where certain herbal plant origin drugs are processed in any sort of herbal juice or with other any dairy products or honey. So that, as we call it as a pakuam dosage form. And the tenural is what we call, it is infused with honey. And thinir is a distilled extract of any herbal origin drug, and it may also involve some poly herbo mineral combinations. And the dravagam is the one, the distillate of salts. And one more unique dosage form in Siddha is Mirugu. That is actually it is a herbal or herbo mineral combination. This is of a waxy consistency, but uh, it may uh, it may not contain wax. Don't think that it is containing wax. So it involves all plant origin drugs and also mineral origin drugs, and sometimes even mercurial compounds will also be there. And this made into a waxy consistency with jaggery or palm jaggery, and ghee or something is mixed and made into a formulation. And the next one is a kurambu, that is also almost a semi-liquid form. This is also we have with salt based and also plant origin based formulation. And then comes the padangam, that is a sublimated products that may be of any plant origin also, and mainly mostly of mercurial or pashanas. And the next two dosage forms are chenduram and parpam, where it is calcined products of some herbo mineral combinations. And the other dosage forms, kattu, urukku, kalangu, these are all little bit higher order drugs, which are unfortunately we have missed these formulations in common use, and now it is being revived by some scholars and also traditional practitioners. They use this. Even the kattu kalangu is being under research also, R&D purpose also they are doing this, and unfortunately we have missed these higher order drugs, which was supposed to be used in emergency conditions also. And chunnam we have, that is also one of the calcined product, where even in common use we have this. And the next one is Karpam, where it is talking about the drugs used for rejuvenation. And Sat is the extracts. Actually, we cannot call it as an extract. That is which is obtained from any even metal origin drug or even plant origin drug. That is also called as Sat. So mainly talking about this unique dosage forms in Siddha, just I'm mentioning about those things repeatedly. And this actually I want to just throw the light on this, what is mentioned in classical text only. So this is no way connected with our shelf life in DNC Act and rules. So this is as per our classical text, we have the classical text reference for this, but as per law, we cannot use this because of the already amended list. You would have been aware now in all the lectures you would have heard, and in your practice also you would have been seen this.
That phenol is 500 years old.
75.
No, yes,
Sure.
Sir, this is the shelf life mentioned in classical text of Siddha. So I'm repeatedly I'm saying this. This cannot be taken for today's practice in market. Okay. So this is what we are using now as per the amended list, the shelf life, where in Siddha we have categorized some of the dosage forms. Say for example for a tablet. So in that case we have used that if it is only containing herbal combination, herbal ingredients, but plant origin drugs. So it will be for 2 years, and if it is combining both herbo mineral combination, then it is for 5 years, and when it is only purely metal or mineral origin drugs, that is for 10 years. So this categorization in Siddha we have done as per the amendment list.
That 10 years,
Yes,
2
please.
years without opening or after opening? Once
Pardon?
you open the container of the your preparation, organic material, there is a chance of microbial contamination. 10 years, no patient can use. Or
So no, I
5
cannot,
years, there is a chance
I
of-
cannot follow you. What is this?
My
Can you
question
repeat?
is, sir, in some of the preparation, it is mentioned 10 years of the shelf life, right?
Okay.
So if it is intact condition, that is you have not opened the container, that may be allowed. But if it is open, the most of the ingredients is organic. There is a possibilities of microbial contamination. If the patient continuously use, he or she cannot use for 10 years.
Okay.
So that perspective should be considered here also.
Then
So
what
if
about
the
2 years?
container is open, should not be used for.
What is your opinion on 2 years?
No, I have
For
no.
Churnam
I am
or
not
something?
specialist. Just I am.
No, just I am exploring with you.
As per modern medicine concept of view, it should not be more than मेरे ख्याल 6 months से ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए. Because if open any.
No, in modern medicine, what do you call it? If it is a you are from
in every right in every samples vials it is written once you open the eye drops or everything you have to discontinue after 1 month or a.
What about tablets and capsules?
Yes.
Tablets and capsules in modern medicine.
Tablet and capsule.
हाँ.
Tablet and capsule के केस में ऐसे कुछ नहीं है because it is stripped from every capsule you are taking individually.
Not
Sir,
everything is not in strip.
Sir, they
Everything is not
they
in strip.
depend upon their chemical consistency. Some
सर मैं
capsule have
ये पूछना चाह रहा हूँ एलोपैथिक मेडिसिन में आप जो खा रहे हो वैसे स्ट्रिप है तो
Right.
इसमें भी ब्लिस्टर पैक आ गया.
Right.
आयुर्वेदा सिद्धा यूनानी में भी ब्लिस्टर पैक आ गया. आप इसका ये
ब्लिस्टर
बताइए.
होगा अलग बात है. मैं बोल रहा हूँ इफ इट इज इन कंटेंट फॉर्म जैसे ये आपका च्यवनप्राश जैसे है इस
जी.
केस में ऐसा अगर प्रिपरेशन सिद्धा में होगा it should not be allowed for 10 years.
No, what is your opinion in that?
That should
So
be,
whether we have to display that in the label only till the pack
now
is
opinion means it should be research based how long a patient can
ठीक है,
use.
well taken.
Without
ठीक.
scientific data we cannot guess. ऐसे करना
जो
ठीक
हमारे
नहीं है.
books में लिखा हुआ है scientific data
तो
नहीं है।
प्रिपरेशन का कॉन्स्टिट्यूट का डिपेंड कर रहा है.
Sir, in the last lecture also I've seen that the shelf life or date of expiry with effect from the date of manufacture, as you have
Ji.
very well mentioned,
Ji.
clearly mentioned here.
Yes.
What I have personally observed that there is nowhere mentioned, as sir have told, जैसे कि आई ड्रॉप्स में बता रहे थे, सम ऑफ द ड्रग्स जो कंटेमिनेशन होने के ज्यादा चांसेस होते हैं, वहां पर लिखा होता है कि आफ्टर एक होता है एक्सपायरी डेट, एक होता है आफ्टर ओपनिंग द ओरिजिनल पैक,
Yes,
अप टू
yes,
व्हाट
yes.
एक्सटेंट कैन इट बी डन.
I understand. उसमें क्या होता है, आपको सपोज उसके लिए चाहिए तो फिर उसका डाटा चाहिए पहले, ठीक है. This is a new point where it may be difficult in implementing in ASU drugs. Say for example, he is talking about च्यवनप्राश. च्यवनप्राश में क्या होता है, अभी 2 साल का दे दिया या कुछ है उसमें, तो फिर we do not know what happens in that, and we prefer that, we advise the patient that to keep it airtight and cold in a store in a cool and dry place. ये तो जनरल इंफॉर्मेशन तो देते हैं, उसमें कोई ये गलती तो नहीं है. लिटरली स्पीकिंग ये तो शेल्फ लाइफ के लिए जो भी काम किए हैं ना, उसमें जो डेट ऑफ मैन्युफैक्चर जो बोला है वो तो सही है, क्योंकि इंडस्ट्री में क्या होता है, पहले मैन्युफैक्चर कर देते हैं, तो 6 महीने के बाद या 1 साल के बाद वो पैकिंग करके बेचते हैं, वो भी गलत है वैसे. एंड टू बी प्रिसाइज, अभी जो कॉमन प्रैक्टिस में होगा, एक्चुअली जो 10 इयर्स के लिए जो बोला गया है, जो परपम चंदूरम इसमें है, आयुर्वेद में भस्मा है, तो 10 साल बोया गया है, तो फिर ऐसा नहीं है 10 साल के बाद वो पूरा यूज नहीं कर पाएंगे. एक्चुअली वी आर यूजिंग दैट, वी आर यूजिंग आल्सो टुडे.
Sir, the thing.
What I'm talking is about Chanduram, which is
Sir,
supposed to have some many years.
वो ऐस है
Sir,
उसमें कंटिन्यूएशन का होने का चांस ही नहीं
Sir,
होता.
sir, the
ये तो
thing is
गौरव-
that if the storage condition is proper, then you can use that. Sir is asking only that if the
Yes,
container
I
is
understood
open,
his point.
yeah, only that thing you can. If the shelf life in classical text is 10 years, then that it's okay. Because in that, if you have proper storage condition,
No, in that condition also, what he what he is expecting that is, when you have opened that, then it is exposed to microbial contamination. So how can you use for till 10 years? That is his question. So we have to advise the patient that you keep it airtight, and we should not be actually handled with any moisture conditions, and it should be clean and hygienic. What actually in practice, what we do is, most of the practitioners, we use that. Actually, one of my friend also used to say this. Whenever the higher order drugs or even the Parpam Chanduram is being administered to the patient, even though we mention the dose, actually what should be taken, instead of that, they used to pack the individual dosage in a clean sheet or butter sheet, and they dispense it. That is called as almost a dispensing packs only, whatever the duration it may be. So only that packet they used to open and they used to consume that.
So similar may be the case for cough syrups also, even on allopathy side. So what you have said, sir, even our manufacturing unit, what we have done is, even you can see for Nivaran cough syrup, there also you can just have the sachet, they have come into sachets.
Yes,
Just
yes.
opening it up and drinking. Instead of keeping the 100 ml bottle for 1 week, have that, yeah, then that we have come up with for that. Yes.
No, some industries they are using this actually in sachets. They bring it, even churna they are bringing in sachets. And now the concept is evolving, and new dosage forms are also being evolved. So let us hope for the best. So moving on to the next, just briefing about the method of preparation in Siddha. So we have a main text where the herbo-mineral or metallic combinations, metallic formulations being mentioned. So we have one classical text is Tere Yamagavenba, where most of the metallic formulations they have mentioned in detail. And as you all know, Siddha is one of the pioneers in advanced dosage forms, that is mainly the Parpam Chanduram, and what I already claimed, that Kattu Kalangi everything. So in this you can notice this, this actually reference gives within a short, we call it as a sayud. Within that they give the what herbal juice or what should be processed, the name of the drug, and how much quantity, and what is the size of the variety. That variety is the cow dung cake that is used for putam. So that literature mentions clearly about all the ingredients to be used and how many times it should be triturated with that juice, and how much it should be dried. And these are all standard procedures mentioned in a single poem, single that sayul. So, and even example for this, I have shown this, just this compilation actually from that original text. And it has many adjuvants. As you all know, in traditional medicines, we have a single formulation, we have many adjuvants, and which is administered for different therapeutic conditions. So in this also, say for example, this ayaparpam, this is based on iron, which is calcined into the dosage form parpam. And this is a chanduram with the same. We have some 6 to 7 herbal juices being used in processing that. And they have mentioned about the dose to be administered in terminology used commonly as with a size of a millet or so. This is a classical text references which is now being addressed in our formulary as equivalent to metric measures equivalent to that. So in those literatures we can find the dosage to be administered, which is the best dosage, that is called as uttamam, and a moderate dose which can be administered is madhyamam, and which should not be administered, which may create some adverse reaction, is adhamam. So as I said, for ayaparpam, this is only just example I am showing you. We have 26 different adjuvants being mentioned for different conditions. So mainly talking about the herbo mineral combinations, we talk about what is the benefit of using that. So this should be in everybody's mind who is dealing with a drug, especially ASU drug. And in Siddha, as we use that herbo mineral formulations more commonly, and it is more preferable than plant origin drug, because the storage is longer, and almost most of the drug it will not be having any taste, so it can be consumed with any adjuvant, or even simple with the plain warm water. So then it is actually mentioning about that it is having a quick absorption and effective therapeutic use. It may be achieved through this dosage forms. So in Siddha system of medicine also, we say that it is a personalized medicine, where each body may express differently, and may respond to any drug differently. So it is based on choosing a drug. It is based on the climatic conditions and the mukutram. That is a Vada Pitta Kava Mukutra concept. So in this, the preparation methods, the classical text refers about 2 or 3 different types of uh, preparations, where the first one is regarding about involving drugs based on single plant origin drugs or so. So there is a Ega Muligai Prayogam, and which talks about Natpu Charakku Pagai Charakku, that is Marana Prayogam, where different metals are being uh, reduced to effective dosage form. And then the process involving Dravakam, that is distilling acids, and process involving JNA, that is also one distillate product. And the last one is actually the Muppu, which is involving 2-3 different salts supposed to be, that is also under research, and many publications is also being expected in this. So it actually it is supposed to act as a catalyst in many metallic preparations. So traditionally it was used extensively, and now it is being explored for its efficacy in many ways. So this Ulogo Maranam, that is detoxification of metals, which is a continuation of the previous slide. So this is a general idea where standardization talks about why the standardization is needed. I'm skipping this because you have some next industry visit also. It's suppose after lunch, and this is almost repeatedly you may be hearing, and you may be having in your own practical idea also. So when you talk about a traditional medicine, what are the limitations? Just I want to address this because any uh, licensee has to see this because what are the limitations on that for standardization that also has to be considered, and it is mainly of complex ingredients which is being used in all the traditional medicine, especially in Siddha, where I'm talking about the active principles. It may not be known, and which is therapeutically active, that we don't have any data because we have many constraints in, excuse me. जब भी घर से फोन आता है ना, घबराते हैं होम मिनिस्ट्री, तो अभी 2-3 बार कॉल कर लिया तो फिर फोन उठाना ही पड़ता है। आज तो ठीक है, इधर लंच मिल जाएगा तो फिर घर नहीं जाना है।
Everyone has the same problem.
Sir, that is a universal problem.
Yes.
So, as you know, this just what are the limitations in a traditional medicine. We can have a discussion in this. Actually, we have complex dosage forms, and we have complex concepts which cannot be, as you see for any drug. We see it for even a clinical trial also. Most of the research going under the research councils, it is being um, carried out to the maximum possible, whatever the ethical guidelines are there, to the maximum possible we are carried on. But as for the treatment guidelines and the treatment concepts in traditional medicines, we cannot fix that for a generalized population. That is the main problem, and standardization also has the same limitations. And especially now, the new concept of cultivation, good agricultural practice, is being advised everywhere, where because we don't have such a good quantity of raw materials to meet out our public requirements. So, especially talking about the Parpam Chanduram concepts in Siddha, that is also equivalent to Basmas in Ayurveda. जो limitations है वो तो उसमें जो analysis के लिए whatever the available advanced equipments are there, it may talk about the chemical nature or chemical composition of the drug, the final product, but not the actual जो जिस फॉर्म में है उसको बताने में मुश्किल होगा. That is being a main limitation in this. So these are all the common factors which being addressed in all the quality related issues, and in the sessions regarding standardization you may be knowing this. And we in Siddha we have a concept of different land tracts where we see that in different not only the climatic conditions, based on the land tracts we have different types of diseases are mentioned, and they may have some different characters of diseases and responses. So in Tamil we have that Kurunji, Mullai, Marudam, Neidal, Palai. These are all talking about the regional differences, where the Kurunji is the mountains and mountain related areas, and Mullai is a forest and forest related areas. Marudam, it is talking about the agricultural land and related areas. Neidal is a seashore, and Palai is where nothing is existing, that is a divide of any natural resources, that is Palai, desert areas. And one more specific thing that maybe even in Ayurveda also we can find this the mercury, wherever the mercury is used, it is supposed to be used after certain type of purification methods, where we call it as suppose example ഏഴുവകை തോടം ഏഴുവകை ചട്ടകൾ, that is being mentioned there as we don't actually have a complete accurate data for this, what is there in the happening in that purification methods, and some being published and some being not published. Some of the work is being carried out by research councils. So this just we have all the good practices which should be followed as a comprehensive manner in whatever the drug may be. The starting from for plant origin drugs, it is a GAP, good aggregate practice, and a field collection practice, good field collection practices, and GMP, as you all know, that is common to you. GLP, GCP, to good clinical practice is also making a major impact. See, for example, when the practitioner is not following the ethical guidelines or classical text references, it may create some adverse effect on the patient. Subsequently, the blame will be on the system, not on the doctor. And the last one is pharmacovigilance, and these are all the I am repeating this as a challenges, because we have in standardization also the product problem is there, and developing a pharmacopoeia or a pharmacopoeial standard, we have the same problem. Without harmonizing all the parameters, we find it difficult. And as you all know, even now PCMH is working on international herbal pharmacopoeia to be developed under WHO, where the harmonization is being a huge Herculean task, because consensus between the groups, it may be very difficult to reach that. And the same way in traditional medicine, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, we had recently had the new initiative by Ministry of Ayush to develop one airborne standard initiative, and under that also we are developing, we are actually harmonizing the monographs and publishing it now. To conclude, this drug standardization is extensive and involves almost contradictory theories and also practice, where the standardization has to be done in the concern that it should not have an adverse effect in the human population, and proper implementation of drugs and cosmetic act and rules in all the sets of all the levels of marketing and also administration. So, concept of the scientific cultivation, that is a good agricultural practice, and post-harvest technology and processing, manufacturing, everything should be taken care with highly precise standards available, whatever to be followed. And this last one is regarding the regulatory harmonization, where we talked about the pharmacopoeias being made as a on the platform. It should be even, because when we talk about different pharmacopoeias, actually we have Ayurveda pharmacopoeia is there, Siddha pharmacopoeia is there, Unani pharmacopoeia is there, and now ministry is also insisting to develop pharmacopoeias on Savaric also. So it should be uniform wherever the parameters are mentioned for a single drug. It should not vary within these pharmacopoeias. That is being taken care now, and it should be a good impact on standardization and further commercialization of the ASU drugs. Thank you. सौरभ जी 15 मिनट्स कंप्लीट हो गया जी